Hello, hello. How's everybody doing here tonight? Thank you so much for waiting. I apologize. I was over on Super Game Room Dudes. Took me a little bit longer, but I got over here as fast as I could, and we're going to start this show up. We have a special guest tonight, the one, the only, Retro Lizard. How we doing tonight?
What's up, Double G? How the hell are you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good. We are looking forward to tonight. I got to forewarn everybody though too, is I had to use StreamYard because I wanted to use the giveaway tool, and StreamYard and me are like not cohesive. I'm used to Restream, so I'm a little bit rusty when it comes to this one. So yeah, just keep that in mind whenever all the technical difficulties start in.
I
Thanks.
have a link to the StreamYard tool if you want me to post a link in the private chat for you when it comes time.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm yeah. So tonight is a special night. We're going to be doing a few different things. We're going to be doing a Bison's Moscow Mule. That's what I'll be making. Do you like Moscow Mules, Retro Lizard?
I am not a fan of the Moscow Mule, but only because I don't like ginger beer. I,
Dude, dude.
I didn't say I didn't like. I didn't say I didn't like ginger people. I just said I didn't like ginger beer, man. But I mean,
Come on,
I do.
come on, come
Listen,
on now, come on.
listen. I love redheads. Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Yeah.
Give me a hug. All right, this already got awkward, right?
Yes, 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 yes. Real fast, real fast. But also too tonight, the big drum roll here is we're going to be giving away a GIJoel Outrun Riser, and that is thanks to Retro Lizard here. He volunteered out of the blue. Was like, hey man, you love this riser. He loves this riser. Everybody's loving this riser. He's like, let's give one away. So he just decided to be a good guy because he's a good
I try to be
guy.
sometimes. I thought, I thought that it would be a fun giveaway. It's been a while since I did a giveaway for anybody. GI Joel makes fantastic products. I really like Joel a lot. I like all you AA guys a lot. You guys are really
Yeah.
awesome guys. Really down to earth, really into modding, really into, doing so much dedicated to arcade stuff. And Joel's business is really, really, really up and coming, and he does fantastic work. So, and that riser just came out like 2 weeks ago, and it's like I just thought that a cool thing would be just to give it away to a random community member in the community to hopefully somebody that gets it. You know, maybe they can't afford it, maybe they can afford it. Who knows? But it's still just it's a really good feeling to win something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought that
Yeah, and
throwing it
and
on
it's go ahead.
I was gonna say, I thought that throwing it on your channel would be
Go
awesome
ahead.
because you do Friday night streams. You've had a lot of cool guests on your show on your Friday night streams, and I thought that it would just kind of go hand in hand doing a giveaway on your show.
Yeah, I appreciate it. The community appreciates it because it's again just continues to show like us as a community how we can support one another and still support a business here, someone's livelihood. It's awesome. It's all the way around. It's just an awesome thing. So I
Yeah,
absolutely love that we're doing this. So
so
I'm
do
waiting
I.
for the absolutely count to start.
I love giving things away. I really do. I love giving things away. It's just a lot of fun. So it's a
Yes.
way to it's also it does a few things. It shows support, right? So it shows support
Hmm.
for Joel and his business. It shows that there's plenty of room in the community for everybody's business to work together. And it's supporting and a thank you to the community for supporting us. Because if it wasn't for you guys making these purchases, we wouldn't have our businesses. So it's a big way to say thank you back to the community too.
Yes, yes. Um, so that's what we're here for tonight. But before we get started on that, how you doing, Retro Lizard? How's your week been?
Man, I'm good. It's been a pretty chill week actually. I've been doing a lot of in-house stuff. The weather's been really nice here. So I've been able to get out to the shop a lot. I haven't been going live, unfortunately, but I've been out in the shop a lot, getting a lot of stuff done internally. And it's been a really good week. It really has. And it's nice that it's nice that it's not cold again, because we had such a brutal winter. And I know you did too over there in Ohio. You had such a brutal winter too, that it's just
Yeah.
back outside and enjoy everything. So it's nice to cut the grass. I'm a grass cutter. I love cutting the grass.
Well, you can definitely always come over here and do that. I hate cutting grass, so
Oh, dude, I'm one of those guys. I don't cut my grass like twice a week. Like I'll do it maybe once every 2 weeks when it gets nice and long. But I'm out there, I'm cutting it, I'm doing the edge up. I love grass cutting, man. It's really fun. How's your week going?
uh, oh, it's going great. Actually, this past weekend, so many things happened. So many things happened. First and foremost,
Like
let
Big
me
Blue?
like Big Blue. That guy came over. Let me share a link here. This is my video I did. Not link. I mean a screen here. Let me go ahead and do this. Yep, and share because it's different from what I'm used to. There we go.
That's
This
so
here is the
gorgeous.
Big Blue, and there's Fox.
19K. He does
Look at this
such a good
guy.
job, man. I know, right? He's so handsome.
Look at this guy. I told him because he did what video was it? Oh, mulching time. Did you ever see his short with mulch where he's doing mulching time?
No, no. What's mulching time?
Like glitch. Sorry, I
Is
think
he,
I'm glitching
is
a
he
little bit. I don't know.
what's mulching time? Is he like mulching the yard?
Yeah, and it's hilarious. And I told him, I said, listen, you can be intelligent, you can be handsome, but you can't be funny too. You have to give us something.
He's got nothing but good qualities all about the guy. He really does,
Yeah,
man. He really does. Look at how did
yeah,
he
yeah.
repaint the sides on that?
No, well, he did some paint work on the sides. It had little nicks and stuff that he had gone through, and he had blue paint left over from his Big Blue project. So he was like, "Hey, they match. They're pretty close at least." And so he went through and kind of just went through and dabbed on what needed it. What was funny too about this is you can kind of see um the decal on the side is straight.
Yeah.
Before, for some reason, they took the decal and it was like near the top and like crooked. Like
Oh, really?
someone just had like taken it and like smacked it on there. Like I don't know why they did it.
Like they
It
didn't
was
even care.
yeah, yeah. But the inside is like it was like immaculate. But that is
It
getting
was
in the
probably some
basement. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say it's probably some teenager that was at the arcade back in the '90s, and some owner was just like, "Hey, put the decal on this," and was just like, "Bam!" Didn't even care.
This is us trying to get through the door. Um, it was a little difficult.
Did you have to take the hinge?
We
You
were
took the hinges off the door, right? Yeah, you did.
the door was gone. The one
It's
door.
it's just you can see it's just fitting in there, like it's just coming
Just
in.
and then this is us in the basement. Figuring out that we couldn't just sit it upright. That it was it had some issues. So what we thought was whenever this first came in, someone's like, "Can I even fit in your arcade like the height?" And I was like, "Well, let me measure." I went online, got the measurements, and I believe it was 78 inches is what it says online.
Okay.
And my arcade is 80 inches. So I had 2 inches. I
Oh,
was like, sweet. Yeah. So I was like, great, that'll work then. What then Fox, in all his niceness, he put wheels on it.
and that lifted it up like 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were like, oh no, is this gonna fit? So that's kind of he did it for a good reason and actually ended up working. This thing ends up just barely fitting um in the arcade.
Bad guy
He's
said you
actually
have to be panicking at this point. Did you panic?
oh yeah, absolutely. I was panicking, absolutely. And we're taking out the ceiling tiles so we can lift the thing up. And I'm like, worst case scenario, I have a couple extra inches. I can just like leave a tile out and then figure out how to like box it in later or something.
See, look at that.
But I was literally,
Fox is a guy that knows what
yeah,
he's doing. Look at that. He's fixing the track. He's taking it off. He's like, we're gonna get this thing up here.
Oh yeah. He wasn't taking it home. he's like, he's like, no,
he's
we're
like,
done.
he's like, I'm not getting this back out of the house.
And look how close this is. Look how close this
oh,
is.
oh my god,
Wait,
it's
wait,
right
wait, wait
there.
for it.
Oh my god, I'm like lifting up
There
to look.
it is.
Wow,
Dude, it was so intense getting that thing going. Yeah, but look at it. Just look at it, guys. Just look at it.
it's an absolutely beautiful cabinet.
It is so nice.
Absolutely beautiful
Oh,
cabinet.
it's
That
like the
is a.
centerpiece.
I was just gonna say it's a gem and it's a centerpiece to have in your arcade because not a lot of people have that in their home. You can always convert that to an AVP if you wanted to.
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
Did
yeah, I
she
could.
did she bring you a milkshake?
I don't know. I think I with all that. No, she brought me ice because she knew I
Oh,
needed ice for my drink. She's like, ah. So, she was like, she's kind enough. Look how close that is, though, man.
oh man, it's right. It's
Look
right
how
there.
close that is. Dude, there's like you can't get any closer. It is right there.
Yep.
So it was an adventure. It was an adventure, but it's so cool. We already had friends over, to kind of test it out. Like, how's everyone like gonna feel with it? How's it flow with the whole arcade? And everyone loved it. The fact you can stand next to each other and play, it like really adds a lot to it. I'm used to arcade one-ups where
Well, right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're bumping elbows and shoulders and trying to play, and it's like, But and this I took a shot of just so you could kind of see people who are watching just how big it is comparatively, because all the way on the right, that's like the wing cabs for like the arcade one ups. Like that's how big it was. I put that topper. I mean that topper on that one, so it looks a little taller, but actually it's pretty short. And then the Burger Time, that's like a full size cab. And then the Pac Man is an XL arcade one up XL. So that just shows like how much bigger this thing is compared to the other arcades.
It's a beast, and I felt I had a big blue arcade one up, and I felt like it was, um, it felt tall, but it felt short when you stood in front of it to play it because of the angle at the deck. Like it was meant to sit down in front of and play. But this one, the actual big blue, you can stand in front of and play without having to sit down and play it because it's at the correct height. That thing is massive, though. It is. It's so nice, though, man. Now, what board? Do you know what board you're running inside it? Are you running Championship Edition inside it?
Yeah, it's the original board that comes with the big like that's what else surprised Fox. He was like, "This is like the original board." The whole thing was it was very clean inside, and he said all the boards was original. The guy who sold it to us too, he said all the harness, the what's the harness called?
The JAMA.
JAMA, yeah, it's a JAMA harness in there with the board. And everything was super, super clean inside, which is what made Fox like, okay, someone that appreciates arcades needs to buy this. It's very nice.
Nice, nice. And he did a really good job, obviously bringing it back to life with whatever cosmetics he needed to do to it too. I mean, the paint job looks good. The I love fresh T molding on an
Oh,
arcade. The white T molding is just that is nice. It's real nice. What is? Did he replace
so
the grid?
that
Did he
is
replace the
the
graphic?
yes. So that was what the color of the original graphic was whenever we got this
Ew,
nasty looking. It looks like I don't know who someone smoked around it or what exactly, but that's how the whole top of the deck was.
that's a lot of cigarette
And so
smoke.
yeah, and so he saved that and kind of was like, hey, so you can always compare how bad it was before he got his hands on it and did what he does. So it
And
was
he does
such a
what he
great.
does really well too.
Yes, he does. And there's my fat butt next to it. Ta-da! That's how big it is. But yes, so that is the big blue. That has been so much fun to have. I gotta keep like adjusting the volume a little bit because it's just so loud. It's so big and so loud. Like it's like okay, you think oh this is not too bad. Then you're like sitting there for a little bit like you hear Hadouken about 50 times. You're like all right, I gotta turn this down some more. This is just a little bit too much Hadouken.
Oh yeah, yeah. Original arcades were
Yeah.
super loud, dude. My Double Dragon doesn't even have a volume pot on it. It's just loud as balls. Loud as hell. Sorry.
It's a it's like Hadouken, 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 Hadouken. It's like okay, okay, okay. We're gonna have to turn this down. It's too much. It's too much.
Now, I thought you were selling your Burger Time. You're not selling your Burger Time, right?
I sold my Arcade One Up Burger Time.
Okay, that's where I got confused. I
Yes.
apologize. Okay, so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
realize you had an Arcade One Up Burger Time, and you got the original Burger Time cabinet with the 60-in-1 inside it, right?
Yep, yep. So that's kind of what the she wanted a bigger burger time. It's kind of what I've kind of been looking for one for a little bit. So we found that one. And I was like, with what this we sold the RK One Up Burger Time, it almost paid for that burger time, like because how
Nice.
rare. Yeah, so it was like a clean trade, and it's what she wanted. She wanted like a little bit bigger one. She didn't mind it, but I don't know. It just was like that. I don't know. It was
It
pretty.
seems
It's pretty crazy.
it seems like the One Up Burger Time and the Tron Arcade One Up are probably the two most expensive arcade one ups that you can get on the resale value for almost the same price that you either paid for it or a little bit more.
Yeah,
You know, especially
yeah,
Tron. Tron goes for a lot of money on the resale market. You can sell those for like $800-900, if not even $1,000. Those go for a
yeah.
lot. Those go for a lot, and I'm not a huge Tron fan. I'm a Discs of Tron fan. Like I
Yeah,
think
Disc of Tron is way more fun.
way more fun, right? Like it's
Oh
just, I don't
yeah,
know what makes it more fun. I don't know if it's the use because you're using the spinner on both, but I don't know if it's because you're
yeah,
playing against an AI guy and you're jumping back and forth in the platforms or what. But it feels more competitive is the word that I'm looking for when I'm playing that game, and
yeah.
I like that over regular Tron. Tron is a gem, but I prefer if I was going to get a Tron cabinet, I would want a Disc of Tron cabinet. I seen the
Absolutely.
real one in person, actually, at,
I I don't
I went
I don't
to,
know if I've ever seen a disc of Tron. I've seen Tron, but I don't think I've ever seen a disc of Tron in real life. If I
so
have, it's been just been like real quick.
Discitron is actually, it's an environmental cabinet, so it's enclosed. It's a stand-up, but it's an environmental stand-up cabinet. They had one at MagFest, which is in DC, back this year, and it wasn't working. They had an arcade museum, I guess you can call it, quote unquote. It was really just kind of like a room with like maybe 10 arcades inside it. They had a Robotron, they had a Discitron, they had a Donkey Kong, they had a couple other Nintendo cabinets. It was more of like a retro gaming room as opposed to it being a museum, but they called it the museum at the MagFest. So that was the only time I've ever seen a Discitron. But I'm not old enough to be in the '80s arcades in the first place. I was a '90s arcades kid.
Oh, you were in these
Yeah,
arcades? Okay, okay.
I'm only 40. So yeah, I mean, I didn't start hitting the arcades till like 92, 93. So I mean, that's when that's when Mortal Kombat was coming out. A lot of the fighters were coming out, Killer Instinct, a lot of that stuff. So like the '80s arcades, I kind of missed out on the '80s arcades because I wasn't old enough to be in the arcades at that point.
Yeah. I'm putting a poll in here, guys. This is for later, but wanted to put this out here while we're talking. And one other thing I forgot to do, Rich Lizard, is that we have so many friends here with us. We have 45 people in the chat right now. Let's say
Nice.
hello to them. You want to say hello to them? We can do
Let's
that real
say
quick,
hello to
right?
them. Let's say hello to them.
We have Israel Gaming. Yeah. Say hello. I have
Israel.
Israel Gaming. He's in here. Yeah, we got Shotgun Sean, Hockey Town Arcade, the
Hockey Town.
Camera Cade. It looks Prince Vinny 007. He's in here. He's actually trying to get a whole free unit. He saw my short for this, and he was like, "Oh, I'll take a, I'll get I'll get the whole thing for free." And I'm like, "No, no,
No.
no, dude." Burger Time, what a butt. I don't know what. Oh, it's probably because I was late. Reto Lizard, he's in the chat. Billy Woods Mods, Richie Odella, Billy Woods Mods. He's a new member. Welcome, welcome, Billy Woods. As a member, actually tomorrow I'm going to be doing the first ever walkthrough of the arcade for members only. So if you'd like to see that, become a member. You'll be the first to see it. After that, I'm going to do a video and show everybody else. But you get first exclusive looks at the
Oh,
arcade. Thor KC. Oh, he got the Burger Time. Must have been the Numbskull. Did you get a chance to look at that? The
I
Numbskull sale that was going on this weekend?
I didn't check out the Numbskull sale, but I've seen the Burger Time. So and it looks pretty good. So they look pretty good. They're not my cup of tea. Not they're not for me. But
Yeah.
they're fantastic machines, and and it's got a great sale going on too, and
Yeah.
definitely worth it if you're into collecting those things.
See, that's my like I bought the New Wave Toys ones. I had like 5 or 6 of them. I'm down to like 3 right now. And I like them. I think they're neat, but they just kind of they're not bad if you that's what you want to collect, but to me I'm like I'd rather take that money and put it towards something I can actually like play. Like those you can't really play. They're just kind of there. They look cool, but just again like you said, not my cup of tea.
Yeah, they're more of a display factor. That's all.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
for the price that they are, what are they like? $200 ish, something like that.
Yeah,
Which
100
is nothing wrong with the
150.
price.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for that price, I mean, you can always invest into set of light guns, XRK tank stick, something
Yeah.
more physical to where, like you said, that you can actually play. So you
Yeah.
buy a bunch of tables for your At Games Legends.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
Meatball Saucy, he's here. He's here. Fourth Horseman, he's here. Kevin Clausen, we got him. Dr. Torque, he's here too. Sir Sega, Brad
Ready?
D, uh, Brad D, Scaredy Cat's here. Kevin Wrong, I don't know if I said him already. Kevin Wrong, Jamie, is it Lucan?
Loken,
Lucan? Lucan?
Loken,
Then we have the
Loken, like
bad guy,
token.
Mike Worley. Yes. I'll actually be on his show tomorrow morning, guys. So if you're up tomorrow morning drinking your coffee and you want to do some nostalgia power, I'll be on with him.
Is he
Saying
back on doing
spirits.
coffee? And is he back on doing Saturday mornings?
Yep, Saturday mornings, nostalgia power at 10 a.m. They're back doing it again. So yeah, guys,
Nice.
Saturday mornings. If you're wanting to watch something, some nostalgia, I usually am working on something. I have them on in the background, so it's always a good time.
Shout
Kevin
out to
Clausen is also a member now. Go
Kevin
ahead.
Clausen is one of the best members in the community and best super chatters in the community too. Big shout out to Kevin Clausen. Really big shout out to him. Big shout out to the bad guy though. I love talking Nintendo with that guy. I love listening to him talk Nintendo, and I love seeing his Nintendo collection. And I got that Game Force subscription because of the bad guy. So shout out to the bad guy, man. Glad he's back on YouTube
Yes.
too.
Yes, he's there. I think he was gone for a little bit. Maybe he had, but man, I'm so glad he's back because even his shorts. I don't know if you watch his shorts, but he always takes one video game and he like does like the little history of the NES
Yeah,
game that he's doing, and they're done
yeah.
so well.
He does them.
Definitely
Yeah,
check
he's
him out,
good.
guys.
Yeah, definitely check him out.
Yeah.
Definitely subscribe to his channel if you guys haven't already subscribed to it too. So, who else we got at chat? Who else we got? Who else we got?
We got Zod Ryder. He's also on Nostalgia Power. I'll be seeing him tomorrow. Brooklyn Menace. I just saw him on the other show. He decided to pop over here. Thank you so much. I bet you by
With
now
the
he's already in VR though. I don't think he's here anymore.
He's totally watching
uh,
us in VR right now. Brooklyn Menace has the
yes.
best VR content on YouTube.
Yes. JJ, he's here. Does it pump out a lot of heat being so close to the ceiling? No, I don't think so. I don't really notice it. It is kind of far away from the wall too, and it's not like it's the whole big blue top is like dead on there. It does have that slant in the back, so it does help with like ventilation back there. But it's behind. If you take off the door on the back, it's how like an inch thick at least. Those old cabinets. I mean, they're really
They're
heavy
like three,
wood. So
yeah,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
like three quarter
So
to like
it's
an inch thick, but they're heavy.
yeah,
They're heavy, man.
yeah. The Fist of Love is here. So there you go. MSU Rich, he's here too. We got so many people here. I think. Oh, PB&J, he's here too. Gotham City Arcade is here. You guys, man, I appreciate the love. Oh, Stock Jock. Is this a new show? Yes, Stock Jock. Way too fast for you. He's also here. I think that might be everyone. I'm sorry if I missed you.
Saiyan Spirits. We got
We got to
Saiyan
keep going.
Spirits
We
in
got
the
to keep
house.
going.
Got to give a shout out to Saiyan
Yeah,
Spirits,
yeah, yeah.
Dark DC.
He had he Saint Spears found out that I've never seen Transformers 1986. And he's like, I'm going to buy you the DVD and send it to your house because you have to sit down and watch this movie. Like he is like bound and determined. I'm going to watch Transformers 1986. So he's a great guy too.
Did you
Looking out for me.
did you get it yet?
Not yet. He told me actually today is whenever he told me he's like, dude, if you'll go and give me your address, I'll send it to you. So
Double
yeah,
G, you gotta do a review on the Transformers movie after you watch it since you've never
yes.
seen it. Dude, it's got the greatest opening
Actually, I told him, I said,
Transformers
no, I
song
watched it.
ever made. It's got a
Well,
sad ending
and
though.
I told him, I said, I've already seen it. Shia LaBeouf is great. I said, Shia LaBeouf is great. I've already seen it. And he's like, not that one. It's the other one.
Oh, this is the one from when
So
we were like kids, man. Kids.
yes,
Yeah.
it's his favorite movie of all time.
Funny how all the games
How
machines are now
fun!
appreciating in value.
Yes,
Dick, Double
he had
G,
made an investment.
let's talk about at games for a minute, dude. How much do
Okay,
you like
okay.
your what you got the peanuts version, right?
Mm-hmm.
How
Yep.
much do you like it?
I like it. I mean, I play it. Anytime I feel like pinball, I play it. I mean, it's not a bad uh it's not a bad unit. If I go back in time and like, I don't know, I like it. I like my At Games Legends, especially with the SFS kits in there. Whenever you're playing certain ones, it really comes to life. Whenever I'm sitting there playing it, do I think it's worth? I don't know how much people put as far as pricing goes, but I don't know if it's worth how much they're going to be charging for it. But I mean, I like it. Yeah.
Debatable.
What about you? You
Debatable.
have one?
I
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I got the Sea
Okay.
of Thieves. I just got it like
Oh
this
yeah.
past week. I from a person who builds virtual pinball machines, it impressed me a lot. The SSF kit really impressed me on it. I my only complaint about the machine is that my control deck, where the control panel would go, where the D pad is, it vibrates pretty bad. Like it sounds like it's farting. I thought I had a blown exciter for the SSF, so I took it off and I was running some tests, and everything was fine when I removed the panel. And then when I put the panel back on, it was farting again. It sounded like a blown speaker, basically. And it says so.
Yeah.
That's why I call it farting. When you're driving like your 1988 Honda, and you turn on like some bass, and then the 6x9s in the back are farting. It's what my control panel sounds like. But if I'm holding the control panel on the sides while I'm playing the game, I don't hear it. It's only when I let it go. I also have the SSF up to 100, so that could also be
Oh.
why it's making that noise. But
Yeah.
I was really impressed with it. And when I turned on I was not happy about the cost of the OTG mode to unlock that, because I didn't know that that
Yeah.
was a thing. I didn't see. I might have missed the disclosure if there was one, or if there is one, I should say. But after I unlocked the OTG mode and I already had my virtual pinball PC, my jaws is well, I can't point very well. My jaws from that I built 4 years ago is right next to it, and I had my PC underneath it, so I just moved it over and set it up on the Legends, and I set it up in 4K because it's a 4K PC. And when I turned that on and pin a popper baller, and I loaded up my first table, the first table I loaded up was Rambo. I was blown away by the
Yeah.
visuals on the screen and how crisp it was compared to the 1080p machine that I had sitting next to it. And I was just, it's, I think it's worth it. Is it going to be worth 2 G's? Debatable. Is it worth
It's actually
1500?
going to be. It's going to be close to almost 3 Gs if you get the top tier.
So very, very, I don't think it'll be worth 3 G's. I can say not worth 3 G's, but if you're going to get it for around 15 to 2, worth it. especially if you're going to end up using OTG mode. But I haven't really used OTG mode as much as I thought I was going to do this past week. But I'm still in honeymoon phase on it. So I've been playing. I only bought a few tables. I've been playing Attack from Mars. I bought the Theater of Magic, and Theater of Magic is fantastic. By the way, Have you played Theater of Magic?
No, I've not played it
No.
on there yet. I did have
I'll
Attack from
Venmo you.
Mars.
I'll Venmo you $5 so you can play Theater of Magic.
You keep giving
Worth
stuff
it.
away, man. Yeah, okay, okay, yeah, all
I
right.
just like gaming,
I'll get.
man. I just like gaming, and I like people gaming too. Um, so Theater of Magic is a really really fun table. I didn't think it was a very fast paced table. It's not exactly like you want to trap the ball and shoot. You kind of just want to keep going with the pace of how the ball's going. But Attack from Mars, you have Attack from Mars.
Oh yeah,
That's I think that's the best table on the whole machine right now.
yeah.
Especially
My
with
top
the
two,
S.
like my top two pinballs, is always Attack from Mars and then Medieval Madness. And so once they got Medieval Madness here a few weeks ago, I was like, I'm set. Like this is like if everything else goes away, like as long as I have those two tables, I will enjoy this forever.
Yeah, absolutely. And what the thing when it comes to pinball too is, especially if you're using a virtual pinball machine that I've learned from building them and then just owning it too, less is more on a virtual pinball
Yeah.
machine. You know, you have those machines out there that have, I mean, my drive has 400 tables on it, but you have those other people out there that have 1,200, 1,300, you know, a couple thousand pinball tables on it. And it's like, it's overwhelming and you're not ever going to play that many pinball tables. So when you have the legends and you have 5 tables on it, you're getting more bang for your buck because you're jamming out on those tables, trying to learn them, master them, and beat the table, as opposed to having a set of 400 and just, you know, I call it it's like cart swapping for a Nintendo. You're table jumping constantly, you know, trying to find that right table
Yeah.
that you're going to sink into and get in with it. And I actually like Jaws. I like the Jaws table a lot. I've always
Oh
been a
yeah.
fan of the Jaws table though.
Usually people like that because that's a universal pack is usually what you get. And a lot of people like the ET and they like the Back to the Future, but not too many people say they like the Jaws. So you'll be one of the only people I've heard that's like, dude, Jaws is awesome. So that's cool.
I wouldn't say it's awesome, but I do like the table a lot. I've always been a fan of it since FX3 came out. And I think it might have been on
Yeah.
FX2 also. I'm not positive off the top of my head, but I know for a fact it was on FX3. And I had FX3 on my virtual pinball machine. I had it on my Switch. I've always been a fan of the Jaws table. I am not that good at that table because that's a hard table, but I'm a big fan of playing
Yeah.
it on the machine. It's a lot of fun. So I really like my drive does I believe it does have Big Lebowski. If it doesn't, I'll add
Okay. I
it
was
to
gonna
it.
say.
Because I just did an update to my pinball drive a month ago. I did. One of our guys in the community, Al Evickman, I might be saying his last name wrong. He's the guy that does the artistry for like Rascal and Sean, and I think he did one for Detroit Love and a couple other guys. He did one for me. I sent him my pinball drive, and he pointed out that a lot of the classic Williams tables, he wasn't able to add coin and start. So I ended up doing an overhaul on the pinball drive and fixing a lot of those tables, adding in updated versions of them, and then also adding more tables to the drive. So I think I'm up to, and again, less is more when it comes to a pinball machine, but my drive, I believe, is up to about 467 pinball tables on my drive for a 256. It's like right at the cusp of where I need to upgrade it to a 512. And one of the coolest new tables that came out, two of them actually, Mega Man and Power Rangers. Dude,
Okay, that's cool.
they're amazing.
Power Rangers. How I don't think I've ever played the Power Rangers pinball table. How good is that?
It's really good, actually. I Chaotic was streaming it maybe a couple months ago, and I'm like, "There's a Power Rangers table." I'm a huge Power Rangers fan. So I went on and I got the Power Rangers table, and I downloaded it, and put it on the drive, and I played it on the machine. And the first time I got to play it on a machine was the Legends. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic table. Does your
Yeah.
drive have Williams firepower?
Uh,
Yes, it does.
And Stock Talk, I want to tell you too, there is someone locally here who is starting to sell arcade cabinets, and they just sold. I looked at their page, and they had sold a Firepower. I think it was for like $800 or $900, like a few weeks ago. And I was like, oh, Stock Talk would have known. He probably would have told me to pick it up because he like loves
Dude,
that table.
that's his holy grail.
But I know, I know. I was like, "Oh man, I didn't know that they were selling that." Yeah, he probably would have like picked it up at whenever we're going to Cleveland Gaming Classic. He probably would have been like, "What?" And got it there. See, there
He
he
just
is.
did it.
What?
What?
Yeah, I didn't know. Actually, it was I saw they were selling a racer, so then I started talking to Retro Lizard about it. Like, "Hey, is this a good deal? What do you think?" And then he was like, "Wait a minute, they have a Simpsons right there." He's like, let me message him. So then he started like wheeling and dealing with them. So I started, kind of looking at stuff too. And I was like, they just sold one of those things that Stock Shock once. So it always
I,
stinks whenever an arcade's like downsizing and moving and stuff. But it's also like kind of nice if you're looking for something.
they got back to me too about the turtles. And
Yeah,
I think I'm going to be a green light on the turtles. I'm going to message them tomorrow because I wasn't able to respond today, and I'm going to ask them if I can pick it up on the 17th. But yeah,
nice.
they don't seem like they're in a rush. They said next weekend would be no problem. So I'm going to message them tomorrow and let them know that I didn't realize it was Mother's Day weekend next weekend when I originally sent the message. Would it be cool if I came on the 17th? And I think I'm going to go get that TMNT. So this place that Gallagher and I are talking about, they have an original TMNT arcade, but it's got a Pandora running inside it with a flat screen. No problem with me on the flat screen or the Pandora. Um, because I can convert it back to an original. The fact is that it's an original Ninja Turtles. It's only $500. It's hard that I mean deal, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Deal. Are
Yeah,
we
she
gonna
was.
play Deal or No Deal right now? That is a deal.
Yes, yes. I was like, oh, oh, but yes. So he'll be getting that here. Yep. It is awesome. That is amazing, dude. And she was like talking to him at the same time because I know the people. It's people I interviewed on my channel. If you guys go check it out. And so like she was like talking to him, like telling him all this stuff, and I was over here just like getting crickets. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, but it was cool. It was cool. I
I
would
um I mentioned
I
that I
would
knew
have.
you too.
Oh man,
I
that's
did.
what happened.
I did. I
Uh,
mentioned that I sent a message. I think it was right before it was earlier. It was right before dinner time. I sent a message to him, and I was like, "Oh, and by the way, I know Gallagher guy. He's and I seen that you guys were on his show, and he's actually the one that gave me your listing and what made me inquire about your pinball machine that you had next to the racers. So, and they had nothing but good things
yeah,
to say about you when they responded. They're like, "You're awesome." I'm like, hell yeah, he's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I would have considered. I mean, eh, I wouldn't step in your way of getting the turtles cab, but if you weren't even involved, I don't think I could get one down the steps. As you saw, the big blue was the max I could fit through that door. I don't think I get that thing down the steps. So, congratulations, and I hope you end up getting it on the 17th, and it all ends up working out. So that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I hope you end up getting
Well, let
those
me make
linked
my drink real
racers.
quick because see, I'm really I go back and forth with it. I go back and forth with it. I don't even know how I get them down the steps, and then too, it's like I don't like the bezel. Like they just kind of like painted it black, and it's kind of just like a screen. Just like I don't know. I have to really look at it and see how well it
Okay.
plays and stuff.
All
But
right. All right. All right.
yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
if you're not going to get the linked
Okay.
racers, you gotta pick up Blackout, the pinball machine.
Oh, they had that
You
too.
They have that for $800.
Mm.
Right, now you're thinking.
See,
Now you're thinking. And that's a good
yeah,
Williams pinball machine, dude. You gotta if you're not gonna get the linked racers, you gotta consider go there and
that's
check
not
it
even in
out.
the
And
poll. It's not even in the poll. I put a poll up, and that's not even. I didn't even know that existed. All right, put up the poll. Okay, let me make my drink real
Stock
quick
Jock,
because
tell him he needs to pick up Blackout if he's not getting the linked racers.
yes, yes, yes.
So what are you making
Um,
for a drink tonight?
Moscow Mule. Um, Bison's my skull mule, and that's just because we had to celebrate, getting the Street Fighter cab. I was like, we gotta do something Street Fighter esque. So I was like, Bison's Moscow Mule. I love a Moscow Mule. I like gingers, unlike some people. But so do you have any cabs that you're working on right now? Any thing coming up?
I got dude, I got a lot of cabs that I'm working on right now. I have two in the garage waiting to ship. I have a light gun and I have a racer that I'm waiting to ship. The customer told me that he didn't have the money for shipping, and he's actually one of the ones that have been waiting for over a year to get it. And I was like, no problem, I'll throw it in the corner. So I got them in the corner. It's a virtual cop light gun machine with retro shooters on it. It was my first one that I did with retro shooters. And then he has a Mario Kart what do you call it? He has a Mario Kart sit down racer. And what's cool about this guy is that when I got my CNC machine, I'm like, and I made the announcement that I'm making my own racer. He was totally cool with waiting to see what the new design for the racer was going to be like instead of me using the buy stuff cabinet. And then obviously here I already had my new light gun machine out, or light gun style cabinet out, that I wasn't using the Game Room Solutions one anymore. So he really liked that one, and he liked the idea of adding in the LCD screen, so that was cool. So those are in the garage. I have to redo the drive on a racer that I was also working on, which is another Mario Kart, which is getting a flight stick. I totally forgot that the guy was getting a flight stick, and like I finished it. And he's a local guy, and I was like, he's a repeat customer too. And I was like, hey, I'm all done with it. And he's like, did you add the flight stick? Because I sent him a picture. There's no flight stick in the
Yeah.
picture. And I'm like, no, give me 2 weeks. So I gotta finish that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish that up this weekend, and then it's gonna be gunbox. So I gotta put a bunch of people waiting on gun boxes. And then I'm putting coin up arcades in a friend's arcade. My buddy Josh hit me up about a month ago. He's moving locations from Lockport, New York to Niagara Falls. And Niagara Falls has an outlet mall that's a big shopping area. And he's moving to that area for his new location. And it's a bigger space. And he has a very small arcade in Lockport right now. It's kind of mixed with retro and modern stuff. Like he actually has Halo Fire Team in his arcade, which is, that's like a
What?
$15,000 arcade. Yeah, he's got Halo Fire Team in his arcade. So he's like, can you put coin ops in my arcade? Like, I'll buy them off you and you build them, and then we put them in my arcade. And I'm like, yeah, it's like, obviously I'll do that for you. So, and I'm like, can I put my other coin ops that I have on hand in there? And he's like, absolutely. So like Mandalorian behind me is going in his arcade, and then my trilogy, my Donkey Kong Jr., those are going in his arcade. And then I picked up, some people already might have seen it. I picked up a Killer Instinct arcade shell about a month ago that I stripped down. And see, and actually, I kind of canned the idea of me opening up my own arcade, and I'm kind of just got to like feed
Nice.
off of this one, and just kind of keep stacking this arcade. And that's another reason why I want to go get that Ninja Turtles, because I want to put that in my buddy's arcade. So, I mean, because he doesn't have a Ninja Turtles arcade in there, and it's like, bro, I want to stack you with like all of the arcades that should be in an arcade. So, and I can build a lot of them from scratch and use the real PCBs. So right now, he's got to get the Killer Instinct. That's got to go in there. And I ended up picking up a candy cab. Somebody was selling a candy cab shell locally here for $200. So I went and picked that up from about 20
Holy
miles away
moly.
from my house. I know. It's completely gutted though. There's nothing inside it. Like, it needs a screen, it needs the controls. The coin door
But
is there,
still,
but I mean, I got to hook up the coin door, which is fine. So I'm going to end up putting Marvel vs. Capcom 2 inside that one. And then I got a bunch of PCBs to build arcades off of. I did build a replica Double Dragon that nobody has really seen. I never did a video on it. I'm going to end up redoing the cabinet to put a coin door on it. and we're gonna put the replica Double Dragon inside his arcade, but it's running the real PCB. So when I say I'm building a replica arcade of the original, I'm using the real PCBs. So Double Dragon, I got Bad Dudes, I got Final Fight, I got Punisher, I got Sunset Riders. I got an X-Men 4-player. I got an X-Men 4-player
What?
PCB 2 weeks ago off of eBay for $200. I couldn't believe it. The dude was asking 300 or best offer, so I sent him. I lowballed him. I sent him a best offer of $150 because it said that it was tested out of a cabinet like years ago or some shit. And so I sent him a low ball
Oh
offer of
man.
$150. He came back at 250. I came back at 200, and he accepted the offer at 200. And I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like, dude, that's a grail, man. I mean, of course, the 6-man PCB would have been the best, but getting the 4-player PCB was cool. I got that in, and I checked it on my JAMA. I got a Unico Nova Blast, so I plugged it into the Nova Blast to see if it would work. I got a ROM error at the last two ROM numbers, 4E and 2D, the very bottom two, gave me an error. So I'm sending it over to a guy. His name's Ken at I Repair Sega or I Fix Sega. I always confuse the name. A lot of
Yeah.
people might know who he is. I emailed him earlier because my buddy Jose got a free Silent Scope arcade. He's in Vegas. He got a free Silent Scope arcade today. Like the dude just didn't want it anymore and just dropped it off at his house. But he's got an
What?
error.
Why can't I have friends like that or people I know like that? Come on
That's
now.
that's what I'm saying. Like he's getting a PCB error at 11p. That's what the error is. So he ended up contacting Ken at I Repair Sega, and he's going to fix the board for him. And I'm like, I didn't even think of Ken because Ken helped me fix my trilogy. I have a Star Wars trilogy that I purchased last year, and when it turned on, it froze. And believe it or not, 19K Fox was encountering the same error on his. So when I would boot up
Yeah.
the Star Wars trilogy, it would freeze on me immediately. So I contacted Ken at I Repair Sega, who Brad D told me to contact because he helped him repair his Sega trilogy. And Ken told me to get an original Naomi power supply. So I hunted the internet, and that was the fix. It completely fixed it, and the game runs amazing now. I had to fix the control stick on it, but either after I fixed that, completely running perfectly, and that's going to go on my buddy's arcade too. So I emailed Ken earlier at I Repair Sega today, and I was like, "Hey man, do you fix Konami boards?" And he responded and was like,
Yeah.
"I'm probably the only person in the world that does at this point." And I was like, "I got an X-Men. I'm getting a ROM error here and here." And he responded, "Call me." So I called him. He's such a nice guy. I called
Yeah.
him and he's like, "Send me the board. It's going to cost you." He's only charging $125 plus shipping, which I thought was dirt
Dude.
ass fucking cheap. And I'm like, I'm probably going to pay him a little bit more money. Like, I'll give the guy a tip. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm going to send it out to him on Monday so I can get that repaired, and I'll end up building a replica. I'll do it from scratch since I have the CNC machine. I'll end up building a replica Konami X-Men machine for my buddy's arcade and put it in coin op. I'm kind of all about when it comes to an arcade and like an arcade on location, like emulation's cool. I've seen people on YouTube put emulation into arcades, and it's cool. You're not really going to know the difference that you're playing an emulation machine, but I'm
Yeah.
kind of the kind of person that wants to use the real PCBs if I can use real PCBs. So,
Yeah,
and it
absolutely.
was I challenged myself earlier this year, or last year when I was building this Double Dragon. Like, I want to be able to build real PCB arcades and replica versions of them using the real PCB hardware and getting them running as an option to possibly sell to people, because there are other purists out there that want to run the real hardware as opposed to running emulation. And so I challenged myself to build the Double Dragon arcade.
Yeah.
I did it pretty good. I'm looking at it right now. Like, when I build my second one, I learned from the first one, so I know where I'm going to be making where I'm
Yeah.
mistakes, and I can make it a little bit more flawless than what it is now, because it needed some work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, let me real quick, so I can start getting my drink in me. Just show everyone kind of what we're making here. Got lemon juice, got a lime. Sorry, lime juice. I squeezed a lime, put that in the bottom here. I always cut it up into fours, because I use the peels in my Moscow Mule. So I went ahead and put it on in there. Uh, put ice in there too, and then have the limes. And I'm going to go ahead and fill it up a little bit more. I always like the limes like in the middle, so I always like stop and put those in there, and then I fill up the rest of the way. Lots of
Nice.
ice. I use lots of ice. Um, us ginger lovers like a lot of ice. You probably don't like a lot of ice though, do you? Because you don't really like ginger. Ginger.
I would have to
They're gonna be
definitely
like,
put a lot of ice in it.
yes, yes, yes.
We gotta
All
water that.
right,
We gotta water down that ginger beer, man.
that's right, that's right. And then this here, I used a Star Wars shot glass. This is Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Back whenever he was cool before Disney, before the dark times.
Oh, he's still
Uh,
cool. Come on, it's Boba. You never give up the
he
fat
was.
man.
Oh, now he's the fat man,
He is the
like
fat man
me.
now.
uh, and I do two shots in here. So you get the lime juice, two shots. There's
That's the
one. And
Crystal
this will
Head
real.
vodka.
Yes, this Crystal Head vodka. It's the only vodka I had, so I was like, well, a friend actually got it for me. I'm not a huge vodka fan, but I do like this stuff. So he was like, "Oh, here, I'll get you a bottle of it." So
It's a good
it
vodka.
is
I feel
it's the actor
Dan
um
Aykroyd.
the act yep, that's who it is. Yeah, I was like, I forget the actor. But yeah, it's good vodka. It is.
I seen that once in a store like around here. I've never seen it in Buffalo, and I was in Philly 2 years ago. My wife's uncle lives in Philly, and we went down there for his daughter's engagement party, and we were doing an Airbnb with my sister-in-law, my older sister-in-law, and they were like, "Joel, go to the store and get us liquor." So I went to the liquor store, which wasn't too far, in Philly, and they had the Crystal Head vodka on the shelf, and I never had it before. I'm like, I'm effing buying this. So I bought the Crystal Head vodka. I killed it that night.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm taking this skull home, dude. I got it in the other room, but yeah, the Crystal Head vodka is good. Is that tonic water?
I use this is Fever Tree ginger beer.
Oh, that's the ginger beer. Okay, I gotcha. It
Yeah.
looks like a split.
It's delicious.
Is
Anyways.
is did it? Wait a minute. Did the ginger just drink the ginger beer?
But I just did the two shots and I poured the ginger, filled up the ginger beer, filled up the rest, and I put those peels on top, and that's it. That's the Bison Moscow Mule.
And
That's it.
respect for you having the copper glass too. Respect for that. My wife is a
That's
big
right.
fan of the
Someone
Moscow
said
mules.
someone. Oh well, there you go. She probably give me some pointers, because I like making them, but I'm not the best, you know.
We do what
But
we got to
I
do.
try to
That's
do a lot of
all.
mix. Yeah, I try to do a mix of a lot of drinks. So it's like I kind of average at everything.
I want to do
Although,
the video I sent you of the Star Wars mixed drinks. I want to do the Vader, and I want to do the Youngling Slayer. I thought that was. I love Sour
yes,
Patch Kids, so when I
and
seen the Youngling Slayer, I'm like, that looks pretty good. But it looks like if I drank too many of them, I'd have a really bad headache.
yeah, that and I wanted to try the Ahsoka one. I might do the rest of the month. Might be a Star Wars theme. I might just use those. Be like, hey, we're gonna do Star Wars theme. It's a little too late. Whenever you text me, I was like, I don't have time to go get all the stuff for these.
Same,
Otherwise, I would
yeah.
have done that. But yeah, yeah. Um. Also, too, we have our segment that I totally forgot about. But who's selling this? Have you ever heard this show? It's called Who's Selling This? I show you a picture of something that's being sold on Facebook Marketplace, and you get to try and guess what it is as my guest. You get to try and guess what it is.
What? No, I've never seen
You
this
remember
before.
the Singing Rocks? Come on, you saw the Singing Rocks.
Oh, the Singing Rocks.
Remember?
Yeah, and I inquired about the Singing Rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I almost bought
Yes.
it, but I totally forgot about it. I did inquire though. I did.
So that's how those came about. Was that we did this game. So I basically have. Let me show it here. Window. Here it is. I want to share this. So someone is selling this, and I gave you a very up close picture of what it could be, and you get to try and guess what the weird thing on Facebook Marketplace I found for sale.
I have to
Any
guess what that
ideas?
is.
Yes.
It looks copper. Um, is it a Spartan shield?
No,
Is it
actually,
a
the copper part's not for sale. It's actually this thing's for sale. The
the
copper
thing that
thing's
looks
just
like
near it.
that looks like a mummified human head? Is this a voodoo doll?
Oh, we have 32 pennies. Someone's selling. That's what someone said. Penny loafers. Someone said maybe they're penny loafers. Nope, that's not right
Um,
either.
no, that doesn't look like a penny loafer. It literally looks like a mummified human head. Um, is
We
it a
got
lock
it.
of? Wait, is it? It's a snail? I was gonna.
Scaredy cat got it.
I was gonna say it's a lock. It is a snail. Jesus Christ!
Pet snail for sale, $5. Y'all, you can have yourself a
What are
pet
you
snail.
guys? What are you guys selling in Ohio?
This is my algorithm. Someone is selling snails $5 a piece. You can
This
have your
is your
very own pet
algorithm.
snail.
You have the
This
most
is my
innocent
algorithm.
You have the most innocent algorithm I've ever seen.
Yes. Um, let me see. What does it say? These adolescent snails are ready for their new homes. So you can go ahead and get these on Facebook Marketplace um, anytime. I
I
was gonna
like
guess
how they
that too,
put
Marine. What Marine guess?
I
Kidney
like how they
stones.
put I like how they put the penny next to it for size reference.
Yes. Yeah, so you
Oh my
know that they're
god.
small because, snails. Who would
The
want to
little
order a
guys.
snail? That's my thing. Who's selling
But
this?
how
Who's
are they
selling
gonna
this?
are they're not
Uh,
shipping the snails. There's no way they would die. They would
you know,
die,
I don't
right?
know. They ship ants. They ship ants. I mean, they have,
Answer
you can get an ant
Yeah,
farm.
that's true. That's true. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. What do you got another one? Can we play another one?
Nope, that's it.
That was your only
One per
one?
show.
One per
That's the
show?
only
What the
one.
hell? Oh my god. I was gonna say it looks like a lock of Shotgun Sean's hair, but um
Glad thing is you didn't. He might have been offended. He'd be like, "What? You say I have snail hair?"
Steps Gaming why would wants to know why you would sell Tron.
Okay, that'll lead to the next thing, I guess, in our segment. Thanks for bringing that up, Steps Gaming. Let me. So this past weekend, I also had some. Oh, I don't want that. I'm not used to Streamyard at all. Share screen, and then we want this one. Yeah, this one we want. So this past weekend, I had these fellows over. Movies at Grandma's house slash mustaches and coffee. They actually came over and we were doing a whole theme. The whole weekend was supposed to be Tron. We did a review for the Tron movie because I had never seen the original Tron either. I must live in like in a box. And then they're gonna play my Tron, like because I have the arcade one up Tron. So the night before, I'm like, hey, you know, let's get it out, play it for a little bit, try and get a little bit better at it because I stink at it. And the spinner is no longer working in the Tron. So I'm like, are you kidding me? The whole weekend's based off of this cabinet working. Like
Right.
that so put a hookup in the weekend that not working. So I've had issues with it before. If you guys remember, let me share this
You
real
put it
quick.
in the toaster oven.
Yes, I did that.
That was one of the
Um
greatest videos I've ever seen. And you're
and
like,
this
it
here
didn't work.
is and it didn't work
It
after all
didn't
that.
work.
This is the me putting a new board in here because Tron was down and me fixing it, and now the spinner's not working. So I got a hold of RK1 up because I was like, maybe I can just get one of their spinners and just put it in this thing. and I'm to the point now where I think I'm just gonna sell it because I'm tired of it just breaking all the time. So they didn't have one though. They said it's gonna be they don't know how long it'll take. There's none in stock. So I'm like, okay, well now I'm gonna go with uh
Cl-
Glenn's
Glenn would be the
spinner.
best.
So now
Yeah,
yeah. So
he would
I'm
be the
going
best
to
option.
yeah, I want to go ahead and get his on there, and as soon as I get his on there, I'm just gonna just sell it, just because I'm like, I don't want it to hang around for the next thing to break.
Right.
Um,
Well, the next thing to break
yeah,
would be the Tron stick.
yeah, which I do. I have a spare Tron stick. I bought one of Glenn's Tron sticks, like just in case it did break on me. So whoever buys it will get an extra Tron stick too. So there you go. That came down to the poll that I have in the chat, which is what should I do? Should I sell Tron and get Hydro Thunder? Because there was a Hydro Thunder nearby that I also was kind of interested in. Sell Tron and get Donkey Kong Jr. That's the other thing that I was kind of interested in near me. Then I was kind of debating on selling my Vewlix. Like I'm very like iffy on keeping my Vewlix. So I thought about selling my Vewlix and my Tron and getting both of those, or maybe the racer that I showed you, or just not buying anything. That's kind of where I'm at. Like um,
You have
that's
a
kind of where I'm at.
Vewlix?
I do have a Vewlix. I think it's a Chulix actually, but yeah, I have a Chulix. My thing
What?
is, let me tell you a story. So I
Tell
got
me a story.
this I got this Vewlix for a good deal, and it had a Pandora's box in it, and I was fine with it being a Pandora's box. I didn't really care at the moment, whatever.
Yeah,
Then I had someone come to me and say, "Hey, you should put a PC in that," and I was like, "Oh, I don't know." I'll think about it. And they're like, no, I'll go ahead and get the PC ready for you. So I gave them the money. They gave me the PC. He kind of installed it.
kind of.
Cause yeah. And, it didn't really work at all. And he's like, oh, I know what's wrong with it. Like, I'll come back and I'll fix it. Don't worry. Like, just don't worry about me back. And that's been like a year ago. And it's kind of been sitting there. So finally I was like, I'm gonna get some Brooks boards and I'm just gonna put it in there and hook something up to it so it's not just sitting there collecting dust. Well, I do know that the monitor in it, I think it only goes up to like 720p, like it's an older monitor in it, so I have to replace the monitor in it too. And then I got the X Arcade uh, stand stick thing, and I'm like, okay, so why do I don't know why I need two of kind of like what can also do the same exact thing. And I already have a TV set up with my stand with my X Arcade, and I'm like, it's kind of redundant to me almost because I could hook an Xbox or a PC or whatever up to the X Arcade, and then I just have this Vewlix that's almost exactly the same thing. See what I'm saying?
I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
Because why would you have two multicades when you don't need two multicades, right?
yeah, that's kind of where
Yeah.
I'm at.
And your Pandora box isn't running inside the Chulix anymore. Is it an original Chulix or is it like an aftermarket Chulix?
It's an original. The guy had gotten
It's
it from China.
Yeah, well, okay, so it's original Chulix. All right. And it's got a PC inside it and it's not running correctly. So what's not running correctly on the PC? Do you know? Like, is it not loading?
I
Is
can't
it?
get the. I can't get the. Well, number one is the programs aren't quite. He tried to use a Batacera, I think, is what he was using. They're not loading quite right, and then the controls are just so wonky. Like what's the Brooks boards would probably fix those issues because it was like we used a cheap board from Amazon that we got, and it wouldn't register one stick. It registered like player one would register, then you go to register player two, and then player one would stop working, and that's like kind of the way it was.
It's
Um,
swapping inputs on you, is what it's doing.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
there's a way to fix that. So it's running a mini. So does it have a full size PC or is it a mini PC inside it? Do you know?
it's a full size PC. It's not a
Is there?
very, it's it's not a very powerful PC. I know that it was like just enough to run like Barasota stuff. It wasn't like it was like
Yeah,
and
Batacera can run on but what's cool about Batacera and Linux systems is that the difference between I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm just going to explain it anyways. Linux systems and Windows systems, obviously they're two different things, but Windows has a whole bunch of shit running in the background that we don't know about. which will take up computer usage and computer storage and computer space and CPU usage. Linux doesn't do that. Linux is just straight operating system, which is really cool about Linux because you can take the same PC, the same Windows PC that you can't get like PlayStation 2 to run on, but
Yeah.
it'll run on Linux on the same exact PC. Like a good example is um, this Dell Optiplex right here. This thing runs GameCube on Linux,
Okay.
right? So you can run
Okay.
PlayStation 2. You can play God of War on this. This is a Dell Optiplex. It's a mini Optiplex, 3040. And there's no graphic card inside it. It's just straight, it's just an i5. It's just an i5 with 8 GB of RAM. That's all that it is, right? No graphic card, no nothing, just straight up running a CPU and the RAM. Um, but this can play up to PlayStation 2 and it will play GameCube without any issues. You might run into a couple PlayStation 2 games that will give you some lag, but for the majority of it, you're not going to run into any of that. So, like, the PC that he's running, his Batacera that he gave you, there might be something wrong with the Batacera operating system, but also what I found out when you're using you're using the Amazon encoders you mentioned?
Yes.
Okay,
Like they're
is it
the
a
cheapy, like a cheapy off brand, like $10 or $15.
yeah,
I mean, yeah,
the normal
yeah,
ones. I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Is it a
But
two in
now I'll
one
be
or
having
is
the
it a
bricks in it.
single? Well, the
And
Brooks
with
will fix all
the
that.
oh yeah. That's I already have I'm waiting on buttons to come in because I wanted different buttons in there. But as soon as they come in, which it should be here Monday, then the Brooks board's gonna go in there and it'll fix any issues. And I can put anything in it. Then I have Xbox, Steam Deck, the PC. Even I'm gonna try and see if that'll work in there too. Like that'll kind of fix it. But then to me
It,
too, like I had to fiddle with the screen so much. That was a big issue for a while too, is that the screen wouldn't fit because it was trying to run on the 720 screen and it wouldn't do it, which we finally figured out how to get that to do okay. But it doesn't look very good compared to what you see on like a normal 1080p or 4K TV. Like it is what it is kind of thing.
is it a flat screen or is it a CRT?
It's a flat screen.
It's a flat screen. Okay. Um, I mean, worst case
Yeah,
scenario, I could always shoot you off my my Batacera
here
256,
I can.
or it's also on arcade. It's on Arcade Punks too if you want to download it. And you can just boot that up inside it. Um,
There she is. This is
ooh,
when I
look at
first got her.
that!
Yeah, that's it. And now she has Street Fighter is at the top, and I have like a plaque at the top for Street Fighter 2. Yeah, that's what I wanted it for, is to play Street Fighter 6 on. That was like my whole goal, was like to play Street Fighter 6 and Tekken. That's like all I want to play on this thing. And yeah, so
That's all
it's
you
just
want to
been
play on it
kind
is
of
Street Fighter 6 and Tekken?
that's all I really wanted. The whole time I'm like, he wanted to do this whole thing, and I'm like, dude, I just want Street Fighter 6 and Tekken. Like I can just throw an Xbox in this thing. Like that's all I really want to do, man.
You might as well
like
just do that
like
then. Yeah. Honestly,
like
you could grab yourself an Xbox. Like you don't even need Street Fighter 6. Does that run on Xbox One? I don't know if it runs on
uh
Xbox One or not, but I mean, you can get the Series S for what, $200. And like you
yeah,
said, you got the Brooks encoders coming. The Brooks encoders are already Xbox control. Plug
yeah.
that in, and you're playing Street Fighter 6, no problem at all, dude. You can play Mortal Kombat 1 on that thing.
Yeah, and see but see, here's the thing though. I can take that same Xbox and put on my X Arcade and
You
then play it
can.
up on my TV and do that. So that's why I'm like, okay, is it kind of redundant to have two of these? I don't know. That's just where I'm at. I'm like, why would I have a second one and then I could use that money to buy a different arcade like a Hydro Thunder or the dual driver like we saw. I'm like, I could sell this and get one of those. And I don't know. That's why I'm kind of back and forth. That's why I was asking you guys to vote in the poll to kind of see, what you thought. So far, they're saying sell Tron and get Hydro Thunder is what they're saying. They said not to sell a Vewlix. So maybe that's the route I'll go. I'll just sell the Tron and I'll um just buy the Hydro Thunder or the double racer that we saw too. One or the other.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you still have the Pandora?
Yes, I still have the Pandora. I still have that, but it's all disconnected. I mean, yeah, it's we took
If you're
all that out, the harness.
if you're gonna sell, I
Uh,
think if you're gonna sell that, I would put the Pandora back inside it and sell it with the Pandora. That would probably be the easiest way to go and get the most bang for the
yeah.
buck, especially since you're having issues with the PC. Like, why did you already order the Brooks boards?
They're already here. Like I
Oh,
have
they're
those. I'm
here.
waiting on
Okay.
buttons.
Well, you can always
Yeah,
save those for something else, too. I mean, you have the Legends
yeah.
Ultimate. Do you still have that Legends Ultimate too?
No, I sold that too. That one's gone.
Okay, I was
That
gonna
one
say you
was
got a
a it
lot of
was
multicades.
yeah. That was like the very first version, and it didn't have the Bluetooth deck, so you couldn't do a lot with it. I mean, I had some things I was doing with it, but it wasn't like the like 1.2 or whatever is whenever they had where you had the Bluetooth, you could link it to your Steam Deck or whatever. Like it wouldn't
Yeah,
work. So um
if you're
yeah,
gonna keep
but
the
yeah, that's
if you're gonna keep the
good.
Chulix, I think you dedicate the Chulix to a game. That would be probably the best bet to go to since you have a lot of dedicated arcades in your basement, and you already have the X
Yeah.
arcade, which would be your multicade. So you can pull out the PC and put that on the X arcade, depending on the specs on the PC, and then you can. Do you know the specs on the PC?
No, I could get it for you after the show, but I don't know 'em off the top of my head now.
It's probably
This has been
something
sitting there
simple.
collecting dust for a while.
Yeah, so I mean, in worst case scenario, maybe you put the Pandora back inside it, put the PC on the X arcade, and dedicate the PC to, or dedicate the Chulix to a single game. Which Tekken were you trying to run on that?
Um, it was going to be the newest one, Tekken 8. That's what we're going to do.
Okay, so that's where the Xbox was coming in on it.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I'll throw that on there and call it a day because I was just tired of it.
Do you have an
I was like,
Xbox?
yep, I do. Actually got one for it's the big black one. I forget which one it is. X is that the X?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I got
Is
that one. I
it?
found it on Facebook Marketplace for I think it was like $250 is what I found it for.
Wow, that's a deal. That's a huge deal.
Especially
Um,
now, I'm like, thank
yeah,
goodness I just got that. Like,
that's a
yeah,
big deal, man. And that
yeah,
screen, that flat screen's only running 720.
yeah. It has an issue, which I've even when I put my Steam Deck on there, it's like it looks really grainy. It's trying to compensate, and so you have to move some stuff around. But
Yeah,
it
so you're putting more money into this. What size is the screen? Is that a 27 or 28? It's not. Can't be a
yes,
32.
yeah. I think it's 27 or
Um,
28.
yeah. So I mean, if you're gonna run that Xbox and Tekken 8, you're gonna want to run a 4K screen on that.
Yeah,
27 or 28-inch 4K screen is like 300 bucks. I mean, you're gonna put another $500 into that thing basically.
yeah.
I don't know,
Or I have an X arcade with a TV that I could hook the same Xbox up to.
and not spend another $500.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I think sell the Chulix, sell the Tron.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
sell the
the
that. I mean, even sell the
the
Chulix with everything that you have with it. Just don't even take it apart.
yeah,
Just be like, hey, here's a
yeah,
Pandora. There's a PC inside it. Good luck.
yeah.
This is your mess
It's
now.
a yeah. You figured this out.
Yeah.
Um, but if I did sell them both, I could get the Racer and the Donkey Kong I was looking at. I could get them both. So I'd be trading a Chulix that doesn't work and a Tron that I fixed for a Donkey Kong Jr. that has the original board and also two Donkey Kong in it, and then a racer cab, the double racer cab. So I'm like, that's not a bad deal. I don't think it's a bad deal at
No.
all. Like,
Especially so it's a the Donkey Kong Jr. you're looking at is a double Donkey Kong.
yes, I can find it real
I know
quick.
I know what the board is. That's a $300 board. That's a deal.
Um,
What's the
I'm,
what's the price on it if you don't mind me asking?
I'm telling you, dude, it's This same guy that I bought the big blue from. It is right now. I think it was 12, and he had it down to 1100 for the whole thing.
It's a good price still. Or you got
You
probably an
wait,
original
no, we're
owner.
done. We're done.
You what?
Let me exit out of this stuff. There's too much stuff.
Oh, so that's
Can you hear me?
probably a pretty decent deal. We can hear you. You're $1,100
Okay.
for a Donkey Kong Jr. that's got double Donkey Kong inside it, which is already running a $300 board. He probably very well
Mhm.
could be the original owner of the Donkey Kong, or he's had it for maybe 20 years, considering he had that big blue. Um, I don't think that's a
He's one of
bad
those guys
deal.
that has like a warehouse. Um,
Oh yeah,
Here, let me share it with you.
what else has
Yeah,
he
he
got in
has like
that warehouse?
tons of. If I show you his profile, you're gonna be like, "Holy moly!"
I probably will.
Let me
Yeah,
go
probably like,
here.
holy shit, why am I going to get this turtles? I'm going to go to this guy's warehouse. I
This is
have a
it.
yeah, I have a DK Junior. DK Junior's I love DK Junior. I don't have double Donkey Kong inside it, but I have a DK Junior. So yeah, I have the blue one actually. Mine was a Donkey Kong converted to a Donkey Kong Junior. And I ended up dude. So the plus side is your monitor works, and you got a original PCB. The monitor, I replaced it with a flat screen, not knowing that was going to be about a $400 replacement off. Just I didn't even have any idea. Like I got it knowing that the screen was screwed, and then I knew that I needed a special board for the sound, and that I would need a flat screen. But I'm very picky about my flat screens. So the flat screen
Yeah.
monitor was a $200 monitor, and then the board attachments and the converters came out to roughly almost another $200 to convert that to a flat screen. And then I ended up getting a new bezel for it too. But dude, that's gorgeous.
Well,
Maybe
what I
some
like
new.
about this guy too is he's not too far away, and if something was wrong with it, I know he's someone I could, ask advice for. And then too, if it's something I just cannot fix, I could probably bring it back to him and say, "Hey, like,
Oh, it's
and
an
he
easy
probably
one.
would, yeah."
This is all like
So
if the control, they still make the arcade stick for that. It's a $50 arcade stick, and it's a Nintendo. It's an official Nintendo OEM arcade stick. It's $50, and it's
does
a
look like
4-way.
the trim needs replaced. I mean, that looks like it's like chipped all the way, but that's not too bad.
That's
Which I
20
do have
bucks.
extra from the big blue. I have extra from the big blue.
There you go. Yeah.
So
And it's the same size. It's 3/4 inch.
yeah,
So that would work. And if it's not, you can always just kind of slice the sides. But I mean, T
yeah.
molding, you only need 20 feet of T molding, and that's 20 bucks. So that's an easy one. You can get that right off of Amazon. Dude, that's a gorgeous looking cabinet.
So you
Absolutely
can see in the
gorgeous looking
background,
cabinet.
like he just has like a warehouse full of. He says he's the guy who does all the Cleveland Gaming Classic. Like the majority of the arcades are his that are at the Cleveland Gaming Classic.
Oh, that's cool. There
So
were some really cool arcades
yeah,
there too.
he has ton.
Um,
I mean, just a warehouse full of stuff.
he's got a lot of crane machines in there too.
Yeah, if you go, where's his? How can you see his other stuff? Okay, yeah. So he's got like a. If you want an empty, empty cab, $75, golden tea right there.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah,
I mean, I
this
hate
is
Golden Tea, but I mean, you throw Silver Strike on that, you're good to go. Oh, he's got a
actually
Silver
there's a
Strike right
silver
behind
strike.
it.
Yeah, $75, man.
Throw Techno Parrot on there, and you're good to go.
So you're going to Springfield.
Wow.
I $75, man. $75. You want me to shoot this over to you?
I mean, I'll reference. Yeah, shoot it over to me, and I'll take a look at what the guys got for inventory and whatnot. I'm definitely going to go get the
Yeah.
turtles first, but I mean, cabinets. I mean, I'm going to be on the hunt for cabinets so that I don't have to recreate them myself for my buddy's arcade. So, if I can keep
Yeah.
anything original as possible, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm really excited to
Yeah.
throw those arcades into my friend's arcade. It's basically me. I mean, it's basically me putting a Retro Lizard arcade on location.
Yeah.
The power washer
Anyways,
behind DK.
we only have a couple more minutes till late night live starts, so let's do what everyone's been dying for us to do, man. Let's give away a GI Joel riser. Let me show this up here so people can see what we're giving away. I have that. So this is the Outrun riser, just the riser, not the arcade is attached to this. It's just the riser.
Just the riser
So no
and
one's
shipping.
and shipping. Yeah, no one's confused. And you can, I mean, he technically, if you want to get, finicky with it, he can go 0 inches, plus 2 inches, plus 4 inches. I don't know how much that costs or if you want to mess with that or anything, but there is that option if you're looking to buy one of these. So if you don't want it tonight, please, if you're looking for one, please support GI Joel. He has a ton of great products on here, and they're all just great quality products. And he's someone that'll make sure it gets done right. If something is maybe a little off or something that you're like, hey, I'd like this done. He's someone you can contact, and he's always willing to help. Great guy, just great guy all around. But thank you so much, Retro Lizard for doing this too, because it really, I think it means a lot to a lot of people. But
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
if we find out you don't have an outrun and you're just doing this to sell it, we're coming after you. We're coming after you.
Don't make me make a video.
That's right. That's right. That's right. All right. So, what would you like the um
Hashtag?
the hashtag to be?
Put it hashtag outrun.
Yes.
Let's do
Let's
that.
do
Hashtag
this.
outrun.
Okay, I'll
And
put it in
now, guys,
here.
don't hit it yet. Wait for him to do it and put it on the screen before you type it in. So do hashtag outrun,
Well,
and then we'll leave it up for a
ready?
few minutes, and then fingers crossed to the lucky winner. Shipping's taken care of. The whole thing's taken care of, by me basically. So if you run into
Nice.
any issues, shipping costs anything more, Joel will take care of it. I'll take care of it. But here you go, guys. Hit the hashtag outrun.
Hashtag outrun. So, and this is nice too. Like, I love this because finding a stand up outrun, it was so hard. It was like one of the, like, almost one of the crown jewels of RK One Up because like there were just so few made. So you got the sit down one like I did. And I was like, yeah, I like it, but like it stinks to sit down
You
and
hurt your
play on this
back.
weird thing. Dude, it hurts my butt goes numb after like 10 minutes.
that
It's like,
that
oh my gosh, like my butt's numb.
that terrible seat.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why they did those seats like that. I'm like, oh, it's RK One Up. That's what it is. It's RK
It's
One Up.
arcade one up is the design. They probably couldn't fit a backer into it too. What's cool
Yeah.
about Joel is that I don't know if you know this or not, but he has a excuse me, sorry, a little indigestion. Joel has a degree in industrial design. So that's why he is really good at designing this stuff on his CNC machine. So this is definitely going to be a top quality product, and he puts out some premium stuff. So whoever gets this is hopefully you guys enjoy it and play it in good health. Don't die while
Absolutely.
you're
We got
playing Outrun.
yeah. And it works well with me because I got the two Fast and Furiouses here. So having the outrun that, and it ends up lining up almost exactly the same height too. So it's like all your driver cabs from RK1 Up can all fit in the same area and line up a little bit. So we
Yeah,
have 18
totally.
entries, guys. There's 35 people watching. So get them in there if you want
That
to get
means
it in there.
we got 18 people that own the Outrun. That's a good amount. Let's
Yeah,
go. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
absolutely.
And I'm sure if you guys enter the chat or enter it, and if for any reason you win it and you don't have an outrun, I'm sure you can work out something with them too if you want a different riser. So feel free to enter the
Oh
chat
yeah.
too. Yeah, jump in there. I'm sure Joel would be able to work something out.
Yes.
He didn't do anything for Ridge Racer yet, right?
Yes, he has actually. Let me take this down for a sec, guys. Keep doing that.
Hashtag outrun is still
um,
there. Keep doing hashtag outrun.
yeah, yeah.
What's he got for Ridge
Let me
Racer?
let me
I
show
didn't know he had
this.
anything for Ridge Racer. Oh,
I just
oh
saw
wait,
it.
no, that's
I
outrun.
saw it today. Let me go to his risers. I just saw it today, actually. Look at that.
Oh, all right. So there you go.
Yeah. So
If you
and it has the little slot there for your uh, oh, it goes like
the
that. Little
pedals,
slot for your pedals right there too, and it comes out. I mean, it's just like it makes your bottom of it looks like the Fast and Furious cabs. Has that little bit
nice.
coming out there. But yeah, so if you
There you
have
go.
Ridge Racer even too, I mean, you can put in for this one.
Yeah. Do hashtag
Put it in
outrun is
there, and you're
real.
like,
Yeah. Is if you win, you
yeah,
can get the Ridge Racer
hash,
version of it, man.
yep,
Hashtag
absolutely,
outrun. Let's
absolutely. Let me
go,
go back to
guys.
the hashtag outrun. Share screen. I was so worried it's going to exit out of out of this. I was like, oh, hopefully I don't hit the button on this. 19 entries, 19 entries. We'll give it I don't know, one more minute, guys. In it to win
Who's
it. Come on, guys. And so, how
who?
can they get this? Do you want them to get a hold of you? Do you want them to?
No, go
How
right to
exactly would
Joel.
you like them?
You can go
Go
right
right
to
to
Joel. We
Joel.
took
Okay.
care of we took care of everything. You can send Joel. You can
Okay.
contact Joel and let him know that you won the Galaga Guy giveaway, and he'll know exactly what to do from there. So you talk to him if you need something different than the outrun. Talk to him, all right, and he'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So, but yeah, what's the late night
Yeah.
show on Fridays? I don't know what the late night show is.
Oh, yeah. It's the Garage Gamer. He does it at midnight on Fridays. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. 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 They're out in California, so it's only
yeah,
like 9 o'clock there. So usually my show, I divert people to him. So it's like everyone. It's kind of like from Steps gaming show, like all the way through till like 2 a.m. You have streams you can watch. It's kind of cool. And then we have yours too tonight. You had the Four Musketeers on too, which I was like, oh, cool. He's doing his show too. Is yours kind of sporadic, like your show?
yeah.
Like sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Okay.
We did it. We were trying to do it at one point bi-weekly, and our schedules just kind of weren't. We were kind of keeping up with it, but then our schedules weren't keeping up with it. And then we were doing like once a month, and then it's kind of like our last stream was February 7th or 8th, something like that. We used to just specifically do Sunday nights, but we decided to try to do other nights because Brad and I obviously have to work on a Monday morning, even though I
Hmm.
work from home. But he works for the DoD, so he likes to drink like we do. So we're like, why don't we try to do it on a Friday night or a Saturday night to where we can have drinks and enjoy each other's company while we're talking on instead of a Sunday night where we can't drink and we're basically sober the whole time. So it's
Who
sporadic.
wants that?
Sporadic. I know, right? So it's sporadic between Fridays and sporadic between Saturdays. We have things going on tomorrow night, so today was a Friday one. And it's
Nice.
also a last year for May the 4th weekend. We went to his house. Ray, Vic, and we all flew down and drove down to Brad's house in Maryland. And we hung out there for May the 4th weekend last year and did some Star Wars stuff and arcade stuff and did a stream and got hammered. And Ray ended up in the hospital. Um,
That's not good. That's not good.
no, he it was really funny. It was really funny, but it's not funny. He face planted on Brad's kitchen floor, getting ice. And Brad's got a jacuzzi. Ray got out of the jacuzzi to go upstairs and get some ice or some water for his drink. And Ray wasn't too hammered, but we were drinking all day. And
Yeah.
we don't know what happened because we didn't see it, and Brad didn't have his Nest camera hooked up either, which we were like, damn. But Ray somehow face planted and like put a hole in his lip. Like it was like huge. And it was like a gaping hole. And he came outside and he's holding his face, and we're in the jacuzzi, and he's like, guys, I gotta go to the hospital. he's like he's like, I landed on my face, and we're like, what? I'm like, come on, it can't be that bad. And I got out of the jacuzzi first. I'm like, let's go inside and check it out. And then went inside and check it out. I was like, ooh,
Oh
like
man.
he had a
Party foul.
huge,
Party foul.
yeah, he had a huge hole, and he had like four or five stitches in his lip, to close it up. Surprisingly, we were in and out of the hospital within about an hour, but the three of us sat inside the we were making fun of him the whole time when we were in the waiting room because we're hammered.
Yeah.
It was a good time. It was a really good time. So
All
yeah,
right,
this was
guys.
like our 1 year
Let me.
anniversary of that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this doesn't happen this weekend. If it does, please film it so we all can see.
Yeah, really.
Let's do this drawing now, guys. Are you all ready? We got 20 people. All
Let's
right,
go.
here we go. Here we go. Come on, Ashley. Let's go.
Did Burger Time Babe join?
Uh, 90s
90s
arcade
arcade time.
time.
Congrats.
Yeah, congratulations. 90s arcade time. Woo! You are the winner of a riser from GIJoel. It was almost
Congrats,
it was
man.
almost it was very close, very close, very close. Is he in the chat still?
Was he there? Is he
Uh,
there? Where is
Is
he?
he there? He's like, I
Where's...
put it in and then I bounced.
Yeah, right? Is he does
Yeah.
he got us on mute? There he
There
is.
he is.
There he is.
There he is. Congratulations, man. So get a hold of GI Joel. Obviously his Facebook page. He has his business on there. You can get a hold of him there. Discord too.
Website.
And be able his website, GIJoelgaming.com. Go to one of those, say that hey, you're the one that won on tonight's show, and he should be able to help you with getting that sent to you. Now do the snail giveaway.
That's it, Sean. I'm mailing you snails.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, guys, we're going to wrap this up so that way you can get over to Late Night Live. Don't go anywhere. It should redirect you automatically over to them and have a good time over there. They're always a fun group to hang out and talk with gaming about. So, as far as you, Retro Lizard, is there a place we can catch you at? Anything you want to, put out there to the universe tonight?
No. Just thank you, everybody. I'm terrible
No.
at self promotion. Just no. Just again, as always, thank you, everybody in the community. Thank you, everybody, for supporting everybody in the community, the small businesses, the bigger businesses. Thank you for supporting the YouTube channels. Support the little guys like GI Joel. Support their little guys like my business and other people's businesses. And just
Yes.
we're just here to give back to the community. This is our way of saying thank you. Thank you all, because
Yes.
if again if it wasn't for you guys, a lot of us wouldn't be here and we wouldn't have some cool shit. So, and thank you Double G for bringing us on or bringing this on. Thank you Double G for wanting to do something like this too. This is awesome. I'm happy that we got to
Yeah,
do
man.
this on your show. But yeah,
Yeah.
you guys, everybody's awesome. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate all the love and support all the time. You guys just keep doing what you're doing in the chat and keep watching everybody. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the giveaway tonight. It truly is special to see us continue to support one another in so many different ways. This community is awesome. And as far as my channel goes, tomorrow I am going to be on Nostalgia Power. So make sure that you tune in for that. And also in the afternoon, I plan on doing a live stream of the arcade for my members. So become a member and you get to see it first before anyone else. But besides that, um, we will catch you later. And it's going to end
Peace
very
out,
quickly because I
guys.
don't have an outro. I don't have an outro because this is StreamYard. So sorry guys. Bye.
Oh, it always takes a second to end too. Like it takes like 30 seconds.